So following on from my video the other day about the so-called dance group Diversity performing a politically charged dance routine on a family TV show and the thousands of complaints that followed it, with even die-hard fans of the group turning against them for this idiotic move that was little more than Diversity virtue signalling and jumping on the bandwagon. As I said before, most people do not want politics rammed down their throats when they are trying to wind down, which clearly Diversity and ITV obviously did not care about in the slightest. Well, it seems the backlash has continued, and so has them coming out and attacking people who didn't like it, because as I covered in my previous video, the complaints had reached 3,000 in just a few days, but that number has been more than doubled as of yesterday, with almost everyone now reporting it has reached 7,500, possibly topping 8,000 complaints, and the group's leader coming out and bitching about this. Like I said, most news outlets have picked up on this idiot crying about these complaints flying in, and of course the so-called trolls out there giving him shit for it. Now obviously it goes without saying that you shouldn't contact these people and give them any level of shit, because as we see here, they just try to make themselves out to be the victim, when they are being legitimately criticised for a political stunt that they didn't need to do. Personally, me, and I expect 99.9% of other people, do not care that they support BLM. They just don't want stupid shit like that shown on family entertainment shows. Anyway, Sky News picked up on the massive increase in complaints and the sob story, which we will go through briefly. It headlines, Britain's Got Talent complaints surpassed 7,500 after Diversity's Black Lives Matter dance. The number of people complaining over Diversity's dance routine has increased day by day since the performance on Saturday, which is likely down to people talking about it, and of course the fact that most people watch these shows on catch-up. They don't watch them live at the time because they're busy doing something else. Following the routine by previous winners Diversity on Saturday night, hundreds of people complained to the media watchdog in the hours that followed. As the story made headlines this week, the numbers continued to increase. On Wednesday evening, Ofcom said it had received 7,581 complaints over the Britain's Got Talent episode in total, with almost all relating to the routine. It did not give any details about the natures of the complaints. Of course it won't, because it likely won't do a fucking thing about them. Now the article goes on here to say, on Wednesday the dancer posted this picture and statement on Instagram, which is just fucking laughable, and we'll go through it. Dear Johnson, Hamilton, Banjo and any other black public figures, we, the great British public, will only support you if you entertain us and do not say anything about racism. Thank you for your understanding. Which is obviously very patronising and not going to win anybody over. In fact, it's going to turn more people against you. Nobody gives a flying fuck what colour you are. Nobody gives a flying fuck if you want to sit there and talk about racism. Just do it in a place that's not a family TV show, you fucking moron. The same thing applies for Lewis Hamilton and Anthony Joshua. No one gives a shit what activism you do in your own time, but when you're doing it in the sports that we love, or in this case on TV shows that families watch, we certainly have a problem with that. You not liking it doesn't make it racist, it's just a fact of life. We have the right to criticise this bullshit, which has no place on a family TV show, as I said. And it appears at least 8,000 other people also feel the same, though I expect that number is a lot higher. It's just 8,000 of them who could be bothered to complain about your bullshit. Obviously it's Instagram. His post received more than 75,000 likes and comments from fans of praise. No one gives a single shit about that. Now most of the article just contains him bitching and crying about other things and saying that Black Lives Matter is not this and that. I covered it in my previous video. If you want to go over it, I'm not going over it again here. Ofcom has said it is assessing the complaints before deciding whether or not to investigate. In December last year, the watchdog released details of the most complained about TV episodes of the decade, 2010 to 2019. An episode of Celebrity Big Brother featuring actress Roxanne Pallett in 2018 topped the list by a long way, with more than 25,000 complaints. So he certainly can't call it racist, because Celebrity Big Brother got the championship with 25,000 there. And even Loose Women has had 8,000 complaints, much like this one. So he's claimed that this is all to do with racism, in my opinion, and by the looks of it, is a complete load of bollocks. Don't put your politically charged dance routines on family TV shows and you won't have people criticising you for them. It's kind of common sense.
We're off!